This pandemic is awful. There's no other way to put it. There's really not an end in sight. And there have been multiple waves and even new strains of COVID. As a population, we're experiencing a huge increase in mental health problems and a drop in overall well being as this massive global crisis continues. We are reaching for a glimmer of normality. We haven't been able to see friends, loved ones, or take part in our usual activities. What can we do to restore our sense of hope? I don't know really, but I have gathered some concepts that might help keep ourselves in one piece with our brain fully intact. Research from decades of study on motivation suggests that activities are fulfilling when they satisfy at least one of our three basic needs. These needs are autonomy, relatedness, and competence. When these needs are met, there's a correlation with our motivation, mental health, and well being. The correlation between these needs and mental well being amidst the pandemic was researched by the Journal of Social Psychology and Personality Science. Although, with the pandemic in full swing, how does one fulfill these needs? I'll try to outline each one along with some possible solutions. Autonomy, in simple terms, is feeling in control of your actions. Or, in other words, when you identify with your choices and behaviors. Negative aspects aside, many of us have found more time as some external deadlines, obligations, and commuting time are cast aside for now. With autonomy in mind, we can implement a mindfulness practice that allows us to reflect on our values and behaviors. This could be through journaling, meditation, walking, etc. This difficult time can be used to reflect and redirect the path of our life for the better. Relatedness, or the need to belong, is a constant in humans. We are social animals. The pandemic has affected this need the most, as lockdown has dictated that we only see those in our immediate vicinity. Though we are not hopeless in our loss of relatedness, telephone calls can make a big impact. Even conversations such as brief formalities with the cashier, passerby, or anyone else we come across can make a big difference. Research shows that social isolation affects the brain through uncertainty and increased feelings of stress and anxiety. This means maintaining a sense of connection becomes paramount. The third need is competency, the need to feel capable or masterful in completing a task. This too has been affected by the pandemic. We are no longer around a boss, professor, or peers who may give us fueling external feedback, a source of extrinsic motivation. Although this will have inadvertently increased our autonomy. This happens when we rely on our own motivation and address the fact that we only need to impress ourselves. To satisfy our need for competency, we can create concrete personal goals based on our values. This will feed into both our autonomy and competency. In summary, we may be able to use this shitty situation to develop a new understanding of ourselves, the world, and those around us.